Okay, so we are in Photoshop and we are going for 1080 by 1350 pixels. Okay, now let's keep this 8-bit pixel per inch 300 resolution and let's click create. So we are starting with a solid color, so you go for solid color and you can copy this color code right here. So we are starting with the players, and let's bring Rafina first. Alright, so let's leave him here and then let's go and bring in this guy. So this guy is looking the other way, so we can flip it. So right click and then choose flip horizontal, because we're not going to need the body. However, you're going to consider that the name has changed. We only need the head. Okay, so you can do that. And he's in front, so we have to send him to the back. You can use shortcut control plus open brackets on the keyboard to send him to the back, or let me undo that. You can just click and drag the layer below and then he'll go behind that. So you can go ahead and add layer mask to this guy. Grab the brush with the foreground, this guy, make sure it's black. So I'll reduce the size, and then my flow is at 39. I can bring it to 100 and then just wipe this body off. So we only have the head right here. So quickly let's go in and bring in this guy. So right click and then flip horizontal. So let's send him to the back. Alright, add layer mask and then grab your brush, foreground black, let's wipe. So when it comes to the side, you can zoom in. So let's select these three layers, okay, and then let's group them together. You can name it Basa, okay, and let's go and let's start assembling Madrid. So we add layer mask, grab the brush, and then let's wipe. So let's add layer mask, then the brush. Now let's group these guys together, and then you can call them Madrid. So some of you might think, okay, so this guy and this guy are farther away from these guys, so they should be blurred up. You're not going to do that. I just want all of them in focus. Okay, we want the front and the back to be in focus. They are the main subjects. Okay, so what we're going to do is very simple. Let's click on this guy. We are going to add exposure, color balance on all of them. Okay, so with this guy selected, let's hit Ctrl plus B for the color balance, and for the red let's punch 70, okay, to push to reds, and then for the blue we want to shift that to, let's say, 34, 35, okay, and then we add exposure, and let's drag it to -3, around -3, okay, and let's push this guy to 0.6. so make sure you clip it down here, Control I on the keyboard, and then we grab the brush. This time the foreground should be white, so if yours is black, let's switch it, and my flow is very high. I'll bring it to somewhere 40. So we are adding shadows over here, and make sure you leave the shoulders, okay, so you can just you can add the shadows over here, all over here, and then after that you can zoom in and we just switch it to black, and then we brighten the shadows, okay. All right, so after this we just add another exposure. Okay, make sure you clip it and let's push it to 1 point something, 1.08. It's okay. Let's push this guy back. 1.0, 1.12 is okay. Control I to invert that. Let's zoom in and let's grab the brush with foreground white. Okay, okay, so we are done with this guy. So let's select the move to V on the keyboard and click on this guy. You have his layer selected. Control B and 70 for the reds and then 35 or 34 for the blues. Okay, now let's hit Control L for the levels, and this guy, let's make it 0.86 or 0.87. Okay, 0.7, and this guy we are picking 239. Okay, click OK. Now let's add exposure, clip it, and let's push this guy back, and then let's push this guy forward. Control I, and let's zoom in here and grab the brush. Foreground should be white. Okay, so there's one thing that I've noticed and we gotta fix that before we move on. Let's grab the move tool. Okay, and let's say click this guy. You have his exposure selected. So with the shadow one, you see it is sharp over here. I don't like that, so let's try blending it. So let's grab the brush and let's lower the flow. Mine is 21. Okay, so let's try blending. Okay, so this is cool. This is cool. So let's get back to this guy. Let's select the move tool and click on him so that we'll get closer to his exposure. Select this layer and let's add another exposure. Make sure you clip it. Let's push it to 1 point something, and let's push this guy. Control I, then grab your brush. So let's grab the move tool and select this guy. Okay, and Control B, and for the red 70 and the blues 35 or 34, and then Control L. So for this 0.8, and for this side we are picking 242. Okay, click OK. Now we are going to add exposure. So let's add exposure. Make sure you clip it. Let's bring it down. Control I. And then this image is looking brighter, so but anyway, let's add exposure, clip it, let's increase it a little. Control I, and then let's reveal, let's add some brightness in here. Okay, so we are good with that. So let's go to the topmost layer of this buzzer group, okay, which is this exposure. Let's create a solid color. Can copy the color code. After that, let's change it to linear dodge. Control, no, don't hit Control I, select this. Okay, select the mask, thumbnail, Control I. Let's grab the brush, and before we start painting, let's scroll down, and you see this image. Hold Control on the keyboard and click on the thumbnail to make a selection around it. Don't select the layer, just click on the thumbnail to make a selection. While you have this mask selected, we can, you know, add some red stuffs in there. So make sure your flow is very down. Okay, mine is 11 right now. And after that, with this same mask selected, let's scroll down and control and then click on the thumbnail to make a selection around this. Don't make it too much red, okay, else they will look like zombies. So let's scroll down and control click. All right. Okay, so we are done with Barcelona, even though they are going to lose. And if you have a problem with that, leave it in the comment section, okay? So before we move on to Real Madrid, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly take a minute and subscribe to this channel, you know. So let's begin, and let me scroll to the top. So with this pink layer, we can lock it, okay? And then let's, close up that group. So we can just click on this to select it, and let's add exposure. Make sure you clip it. Let's drag it back. Let's drag this forward. Control I. Now let's select the layer, okay, this guy, and Control B. Now with the cyan, going -64, and the blues going, let's say 30. Okay, now let's select this guy and Control B, 64, -64. This guy is going 30. Okay, Control L, and let's push this guy here, and let's push this guy back a little. Okay, let's add exposure, clip it, Control I. Let's add another exposure, clip it, Control I. Let's select this guy, Control B, Control L. Let's push this, push that, exposure, clip it, Control I, exposure, let's clip it, Control I. So this guy is looking red. I don't know if it's part of these guys, so let's click on him. You have the exposure rather selected. Let's select this, okay? And if you check down here, you can see color balance. If you double click on that, that's the color balance that we added on this image. So let's push the cyan, right, and let's push the greens to, let's say, okay, this is cool, 9 is cool, or okay, 13 is cool. Okay, good. So this chart shows that 95.9% of those who watch my videos are not subscribers, and only 4.1 are subscribers. So please kindly subscribe. Okay, thank you for that. Let's continue. So if you are continuing, you can see I've wrapped up everything in groups. Okay, so let's select the background layer. You can lock this guy. Now let's go and bring this image. So I'll squeeze it down. You can use the shift on the keyboard, right? Now let's go to filter and blur, Gaussian blur, and let's make it 2.5. okay, and let's add curves. Clip it and click anywhere. For the input, 116, and for the output, let's make it 45. Okay, so that was cool. So let's go into the resources folder and bring this guy, and this is part of the resources, okay? But if you want the mockup itself so that you can use anywhere, it is also part of the resources. So that is the mockup, okay? Oasis Legend. And if you double click, your text here, you actually come over here, and then you can type whatever that you want to type. Okay, after that you just hit save. Then when you come back, you have your changes over here. So I'm not going to waste time, I'm not even talking about that. So kindly check this video for more text effects and how to use them. So we are continuing from here. So let's go and select the background layer again, and let's bring this image. So we're gonna add layer mask, grab the brush, foreground black. Okay, we're gonna hide these areas. Then after that, let's select the layer thumbnail and go to filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur. Let's add blur amount 9.2. Click OK. So what we are going to do now is let's go into our resources. Let's bring this logo right here. And now let's go and bring this guy. So make sure you leave a comment below about the end product of this game. I'm saying Madrid will beat Barca 2-1. But if you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. We are going to, so I've selected these two guys and I'm going to change them to overlay. Okay. Now let's select the top and create a new layer. Change the blend mode to linear dodge. Let's grab the brush. Okay. And let's, when you hold Alt on the keyboard, the brush tends to eyedropper. When you click on the reds, you sample a color from that, and we can just click here to add some reds. Okay, and we can sample from this blue. Let's sample from this blue, and when we click, you can just add some blue glowy stuffs over there, but they appear over here. If I just let me move to see, check here and check here. If I toggle it on, you can see the glow somewhere in here. We can add layer mask, grab the brush, foreground should be black, and let's clean from here. Maybe you might not see the difference, but I see that. And we're gonna grab the type 2. You can press T on the keyboard for the type 2, and we're going to type final. Okay, so my font or the type is very big, so I'm going to character. If you can't find character, let's go to Windows and you see character. Okay, it pops up in here. Now let's bring it to, let's say 18. Nah, 18 is not good, so let's Control T and let me just resize mine. After that, I will tell you. So probably 24. No, I'm not sure it is. Okay, so let me just have the size. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to do is let's go to this background image. Okay, let's select the mask, and let's grab the brush, and then let's hide. You can lower the flow. Okay, so this is cool. Now we can go into our images folder and bring this guy. So we are going to hit Control B for the color balance. Let's push this guy to somewhere 75 and 100. Okay, the blues to 100. Okay, and let's add, we're going to add curves. So let's add curves adjustment layer, clip it below, just drag down here. Okay, Control I, invert, grab your brush, foreground should be white. After that, let's add exposure. Let's clip it, push this guy back a little, let's push this guy forward a little. Control I. So let's grab the move tool and let's select the image layer. Okay, and let's go to filter, blur, then Gaussian blur, radius 0.9. click OK. Now let's go and select FX blending options. Now let's add outer glow. Okay, and then make sure this is select, the gradient is selected. Don't select the solid color. Click the gradient bar, and then this color stop, first color stop is white. Okay, make it white, and add a second color stop over here, and then copy this color code, and then the last stop here is the same color. Okay, so make sure the opacity is 47, and then the spread 0, size 21, and then you're good to go. So let's wrap up with glow lights, but before that, let's click on the final. Okay, and let's go to FX, blending options, and add drop shadow. Okay, so we are taking black, and opacity should be 31, 14 for distance, size 7, and the angle 90, and we click OK. So let's scroll to the top and select the topmost layer, which is the Madrid. So let's go and bring this. Let's change the blend mode to linear dodge, and let's duplicate this layer, Ctrl T, and then let's rotate it like this, and then bring it down a little. Then hit Ctrl J to duplicate again, and then move one down here. Alright, so let's select these two guys at the top, these two glow lights, okay, the vertical ones, and let's lock, and let's select the bottom one, Ctrl J to duplicate. Okay, and then let's push one to the top here. Now hit Ctrl T, right click, you see warp over here. Okay, now when you come over here, you see custom, click and choose arc, and over here blend. I'm going to paste this, so this is 17.8. okay, click OK, and then hit Ctrl T again, and then let's resize it. So that's what we want. So in wrapping up, I got these guys over here. So it comes with L, you just have to type L over here, and these are just to, you know, add things up. And we got the Copa del Rey logo here, date, and the stadium name goes here. I actually don't know. Then we have the Copa del Rey. Did I say the Real? I'm out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like this video, make sure you subscribe to Cook Graphics. We're cooking graphics in here with the design chef. I'm out. Peace.